think life's boring or you don't have value. I walked out on the porch this morning at like 6 a.m. and saw the moon rising above the forest. And I was just like, that is so gorgeous. And I could have been in a prison yard and still seen the beauty of it, or in some warren, in New York City. There is majesty and magic all around us. And so many of you that have served the system and now you feel powerless. You've sold out, you've gotten the world. What did it give you? Only being honorable will satisfy you. I'm so satisfied I can barely stand it. My life is so full I can barely contain myself. And I see these worldly people who are so unhappy. You're unhappy because you're going against good. You've bought into lies. Let's go to who's up next here. Ann in California, then TJ and others. Go ahead, Ann. Thanks for holding.
Hi, Alex. It's so great to talk to you. I totally agree with everything you're saying about the media closing out Ron Paul and what an incredible...
But again, they're not the media. The foreign banker-funded whores of the New World Order, your enemy. They are savage enemies that support torture, secret war, taking the troops' pension funds. These people will do whatever they're told. These are horrible scum. I don't just say that. I mean, these are enemies. These are haters of freedom. Sorry, go ahead.
I have 4 incredible suggestions to help us in this incredible moment in history. The first one is, we need a new slogan for Ron Paul. How about, yes, he can?
Absolutely. Or Ron Paul is my president, or Ron Paul can and will win. Absolutely, folks. It's time for people to call Fox, CNN, Politico, and say, look, man, we're not dumb. We see you say Michelle Bachmann and Palente win, and then don't even mention Ron Paul. I mean, that is so discrediting, but they don't care. That they think you're stupid. What are the other suggestions?
Okay. The next suggestion is to really clarify for people how he is different from what the other Republicans are saying. Okay, studying the debates that happened last week, all of them are talking about repealing Obamacare. All of them are talking about economic plans. That's a given. So, but mainline Republicans are still not educating themselves enough on what makes Ron Paul different. People still don't know, and we need to have our talking points straight for the mainstream Republicans, the independents, and the dissatisfied Democrats that need to know what makes him different.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the talking points. If you idiots vote for another globalist Republican like Pointy Boots or Mr. Obamacare, Romney, you idiots deserve what you get. Look, mainline good Americans aren't really political. We just want freedom. If you go to a mainline Republican function, when you see mainline Republican supporters, they look like they had their souls sucked out. They're these weird, the men are very unmasculine. They like get off on being invited to Republican dinners, and they get off on being conned. It's like they're like demon-possessed goblins or something. I don't know how to explain them. I mean, and they like it that America's falling. They like being conned. They like being manipulated. We'll be right back with more of your calls. Stay with us.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We're going to be breaking down the forced inoculator, Rick Perry, Al Gore's chief, ringwraith. Al Gore is very pleased. He also likes Mitt Romney and has endorsed him, saying that he's done a fabulous job on global warming. Yeah, writing Obamacare isn't enough for you Republicans. Why don't you just elect Satan? Continuing, I want to continue with your calls. I got a bunch of news, obviously. Dealing with government shutdown of cell phones to stop free speech. More on bizarre statement by the New York Times writer Krugman about needing a staged event in America to get their world government through. So we're going to be breaking that down. TJ in Georgia, then Merrill, Paul, Alex, and others. The toll-free number to join us, 800-259-9031. It's now free for all. Go ahead, TJ in Georgia.
Yeah, Alex, I have a question mainly on what, about, concerning, World War III. Basically, when you had, Lindsay back on the show, he was talking about, you know, that, we are going to, betray the entire Middle East. My question is, so after we basically, do that, that basically leaves...
well, by we, you mean the bankers that run this country through a bunch of zombie television watchers who are really nothing but sock puppets.
Yeah, of course, yeah. The shadow government, when they basically do that, that leaves basically Israel over there. So my question is, do you think they all are going to converge on Israel, and it's going to lead to the World War III, the major war they were talking about at the end of 2012, or what?
You know, I don't know if Lindsey Williams' sources are right about everything. They've been right about most stuff, and the Rand Corporation and others have said they want something bigger than a regional war. Because then the globalists through America, we're the beast that gives power to the little beast, if you want to get into religion, into the Bible. And, of course, everything is a model of itself. These things go throughout history and repeat themselves over and over again. But the plan is to start a giant war, and then everybody will accept the carbon taxes and Lord Rothschild and his great minions like Al Gore and others. So they need a big war, so we'll forget. I'm going to get to that later. That's actually in the news today, so we'll forget about all the things they've done to us.
Now, another thing is, like, when it comes down to Ron Paul, you know, all of these people that are coming against Ron Paul, all of these are really nothing but sick, twisted people who are, you know, trying to play these little mind games. And because I'm 20 years old, and I'm inside college, and I've been trying to inform people, and I can just tell you, like, how many of these kids, they just be laughing at me, and they just be inside, you know, their little groups talking about, oh, TJ, he's nothing but this crazy individual thinking that this and this is going to happen. But you know what? The truth is that they know it's true, and they are afraid of Ron Paul, and they are afraid of people like us all, because they already know what it basically is to come. And so, well,
here's what happens, TJ. When you talk to the average jellyfish, who literally is in a lower brainwave state from television watching, that's a fact, they get shocked and scared, and they think you're showing off that you understand some issues and have some political ideas. That's weird to them. And so they're like, he's not talking about sitcoms, or he's not talking about dramas or football games. This guy's telling me that we need to be involved. They think you're telling them to go clean the garage. They think they can just choose, I'm not into politics. You know, I've got my own life. They don't understand you get into politics or you get run over. They don't understand that human history is slavery and bondage and death and war and pain. As Thomas Jefferson said, you may fight as hard as you can, and you're probably going to lose your freedom. But if you roll over like a bunch of effeminate, it's wrong to say effeminate because women are great, whatever these men are, these giggling smirkers, let them giggle, let them smirk. You tell you, hey, you zombies may wake up later. Remember, you were warned. I'm looking for people. You're looking for folks that got the sunglasses on, that know what's going on, TJ. Morrell, Paul, Alex, Pamela, your calls are straight ahead. Stay with us. Congratulations to our friends at eFoodsDirect.com. In August, they celebrate 30 years in the long-term storable food business. To celebrate, eFoodsDirect.com is offering the lowest price ever on their one-year Freedom Food Supply, even less than the price in 1981. For a limited time, you get 30% off a one-year Freedom Supply, which provides 3 hearty meals per day for one adult. The Freedom Supply includes a large variety of fruits and vegetables, dairy, legumes, grains, sprouting seeds, and more. Plus, you get a generous supply of their quick fix meals. This is the most complete, extensive, and affordable unit they have ever offered. Call 800-409-5633 or go to eFoodsDirect.com/Alex and get 30% off a one-year food supply. If you have ever considered getting a supply, now is the time. Call 800-409-5633. That's 800-409-5633 or eFoodsDirect.com/Alex. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal-Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com. Take charge of your health now by calling 800-340-7091 or see Calvin on the web at 5starsoap.com.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Well, we're now 8 minutes into hour number 3. Thank you so much for joining us. If you just tuned in, I've been ranting and raving about the fact that Fox News, Politico, CNN, we went over example after example. Politico had headlines like, in fact, we can find that, put it back up, I'll read the actual headline. Bachmann gets first place, Palente right behind her. And no one mentioned Ron Paul lost by a couple hundred votes and got second place, or that he's won the other key straw polls in places like New Hampshire. Michelle Bachmann wins Ames straw poll. Palente gets third. Look, I mean, have you ever been to a horse race where they tell you who the first horse was and the third horse? And I played the CNN clip going, yes, it's our job to ignore him and make sure he can't win, because he can't win.